Welcome to Moniem Tech. In this video, I will explain how the SS7 attacks affected the banking sector, highlighting a common incident in Europe in 2017. Let's get started. First, we need to discuss the two-factor authentication. It's known that two-factor authentication by SMS is a standard method for adding an extra layer of security to your online accounts. By SMS sent, the system automatically generates unique temporary code, usually 4 or 6 digits, and send it to your mobile phone by SMS. This way, there is a lot of advantage. For example, it's easy to use. Most probably people already have a mobile phone capable of receiving SMS messaging, making this is a very easy, accessible form of two-factor authentication. No special apps or hardware are typically required. And also, it's widely supported. Many websites and online services support two-factor authentication by SMS, making it a convenient option for protecting various accounts. However, two-factor authentication has some disadvantage, like two-factor authentication bypass. The most common attack bypassed two-factor authentication that relied on SMS messages. Attackers would exploit SS7 vulnerability to intercept SMS messages containing one-time passcodes or OTPs for verifying transaction. This allowed them to gain unauthorized access to bank accounts, even if the user had enabled 2FA or two-factor authentication. The question now is why SS7 attacks were so effective in 2017. Before going to the incident that we will talk about today, let's first understand the advantage of two-factor authentication. First, widespread use of SMS-based two-factor authentication. For example, in 2017, SMS-based two-factor authentication was still a very common security measure used by banking and other online services. This made it a prime target for all attackers to misuse the SS7 and to do attacks using SS7. Second is lack of awareness. Many people weren't aware of the risks associated with SS7 vulnerabilities and the potential for these attacks to be used to bypass the two-way or two-factor authentication. Third is the limited security measure. At that time, many telecom operators had not yet implemented robust security measures to detect and prevent SS7 attacks. In 2017, there were reports of bank account theft in Germany, where attackers exploited SS7 flaws to intercept two-factor authentication codes sent via SMS. Or to Telefonica, the famous operator, confirmed the details of SS7-based cyber attacks, and the attackers used SS7 to redirect the text messages. The banks used them to send one-time password instead of being delivered to the phone of designated account holders. The text messages were diverted to numbers controlled by attackers. So here, the attackers then used something is called MTANs, or mobile transaction authentication numbers, to transfer money out of their accounts. In current case, the hacker act in two steps. So let's understand how this attack happened. First, they have to get all data needed for the transfer, like account number, password, and the cell phone number. And to do that, they send phishing emails. These emails pretended to come from customer bank. For example, say it's your bank dash dot, for example, dot de, for example. it will be your bank without dash. So it's appeared in the address bar, and that means there are two websites that have nothing to do with each other. Only those who pay close attention will discover the error. So it's just the dash. So everyone else gives away their login data. With this information, now the attackers can see how much money a victim had in their account. What is still missing is access to the cell phone, which is used to transfer legally. Here, the hackers start the second step to exploit a vulnerability in the SS7 and prepare the SS7 attacks in the second step. So in the second step, SS7, as we discussed before, is a way in which mobile phone companies communicate worldwide. This is the only way to make calls abroad without complications. Send SMS to foreign network and make calls without interruptions during driving locally or internationally. By attacking the SS7 nodes like HLR, Home Location Register. This is a permanent database that contains all our information and it's hosted in the data center of the mobile network operator. The attacker here redirected the SMS to a phone number of their choice, and those confirm the transfer. So here the main issue was call forwarding, which opens the door to attackers to forward the SMS to their own mobile number. Then a US Department of Homeland Security report admitted SS7 can be exploited by criminals, terrorists, and the nation state actor foreign intelligence organization to hijack messages and calls. Also, the Federal Office for Information Security, PSI, has recommended avoiding the use of mobile transaction procedure and instead use procedures using a transaction generators when using the online banking. So here we can learn some lessons and the mitigation efforts from these incidents. First, the SS7 attacks in 2017 served a wake-up call for the banking industry and the telecom sector as well. Since then, there have been efforts to improve security. First, it's advised to move away from SMS-based to authentication or two-factor authentication. Banks and other online service encourage users to switch to more secure two-factor authentication method like app-based authentication, Google Authenticator, or hardware token as well. Second, SS7 security measures. Telecom operators have started implemented security measures such as firewalls, intrusion detection system, monitoring system to detect and to prevent any SS7 traffic or malware, for example, in that traffic. Third, increased awareness. There is now greater awareness of risk associated with SS7 vulnerabilities, both among customers and within the industry as well. So here my questions for you. Do you still use SMS for two-factor authentication? Please you leave your answer in the comment. Let's see, is this still in your bank used token for transfer or use just SMS as a two-factor authentication? I will wait your answer in the comment. Thank you and see you in the next video.